Good morning, it's Barbara. Happy Vlogmas, December 9th. Oh, time is passing. Coffee. I need to look at my list. Uh-oh, my list came off my pad. How did that happen? I have some things crossed off my list. And I only have 4 things left on my list. Clear table, which is always on my list perpetually. Clear top of crate, which I talked about the crate yesterday, but I didn't discuss. The reason I was discussing it is that it's got junk all over the top of it. It looks terrible. Paint a few Christmas cards and clear guest bed. I still have all my yarn on the bed Christy's going to be sleeping on when she comes, and so I have to do that. So it's time for me to figure out how I'm going to organize my yarn and put it back in put them back in their cubby holes. Oh, I'm going to add another thing. Make candles. I have a couple of 3 white candles, big table candles that look ugly. I actually left them lit overnight one night last week and almost burned my house down. Not really. They actually the wax didn't melt over or anything, but I left them lit. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, I told Dennis so that he can keep an eye on candles, just in case I forget again. But those candles are ugly, but ugly. And I said, I think I'm going to just throw these candles away, and I'm going to go and get new candles. And he said, well, why don't you melt them down and make new ones? So I ended up, when I was at Joann's, I got some wicks. So I have this idea that I'm going to melt these candles down, and they're going to end up like in mason jars, and they're going to be mason jar candles. But I can put Christmas bows on them and call them decorations and still use them in the living room. And I'll be less likely to burn the house down. So anyway, I have to melt that wax down. I have an old pan that I used to wax my legs back in the olden days when I depilated. And I had an old pot that I did that in, and we still have that pot tucked away. So I'm going to get that out and see what I can do to get the old wax out of it and put in and melt down some candle wax and see what I can do with that. If that doesn't work, I have wicks. They also have molds at Joann's, so you can make tall cylinder candles, but I decided not to invest too much in my new candle making craft. The wicks were not that expensive. So anyway, but I also I did not do very much yesterday. You saw everything that I did. The cookies turned out okay. The cookies were okay. They weren't fabulous, but they aren't fabulous. I didn't eat them all, but they turned out okay. And the coffee cake has a lot of promise, but it was a little bit dry. So Dennis has some ideas on what to do to make it maybe a little less dry, but it was good, and it really red cake. So that was good. Day number 9. Oh! I'm like, oh, I opened the wrong one, but I didn't. But it has yarn in it. Am I getting 2 yarns today? Oh, this one's 20 grams. Look at this. That's the note sheet. Puts little notes. This is beautiful. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the speckles on that? Oh my goodness gracious, girl. This is a beauty. Oh. Oh. Thank you, Megan. Oh my gosh. I did, as I was walking down the stairs today, I did think to myself, I think I'm going to cast on that I'm pointing over at the table because that's where the pattern still is, I think. The cowl. I think I'm going to make a cowl. I don't think I'm not going to make a sweater. And I want something that I'll wear. This is my backbone sweater that I made with my minis last year. I made a cowl. Well, I had Megan's advent, and I had a commercial advent from the Crafty Toads advent last year. And theirs were 20 grams. So theirs, the Crafty Toads were all 20 grams. So I had 5 20 grams to a skein, right? So I had almost 5 skeins of yarn from the Crafty Toads and 2.5 skeins from the total from Megan. So I had enough yarn to make both the cowl, the Hearten cowl by Helen Stewart, and to make this sweater. Because I had a lot of yarn. But I was just so in love with Megan's colors that I just had to do something. You can't tell, this is green. I mean, so, woohoo! So I just, oh, Megan, I love me some orange and some gold. Oh, gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I'm kind of still in my orange phase. I have that beautiful orange the yarn Verena sent me that I made into a sweater. And I bought some orange pink based yarn from Benta of Arctic Crafts. Yarn, I mean, it's a gorgeous color called Skreik, which is the scream in Norwegian. So you can picture the colors. Love, 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 love. Oh. So I'll have 240 yards plus some extra. 240 grams plus some extra from Megan. Well, I mean, if I were striping it with something else, I think I'm just going to go with I will wear the cowl. I will wear the cowl. I'll wear the cowl more often than I will wear the sweater. Because I could wear the cowl every day. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to cast on that cowl. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow night. Dennis isn't going to be home tomorrow night. He's going out for his first live gaming session in almost 2 years. And they're going to have ventilating fans in there and stuff, and not very many people, so he's going to feel confident. Oh, thank you so much, Megan. So maybe I will have a little cast-on party by myself and start that cowl, unless I start it today. I did, as you saw, I did work on my socks yesterday. But then after dinner, and I don't know why, I just got the urge to... My socks are not in my bag. Oh, I'm sitting on them. I got the urge to read. See, I'm pretty far with my socks. In fact, I need to keep trying them on periodically to figure out when it's time for me to start my toe. So I'm doing very well, and I will work on these today a little bit, I'm sure. But I just sat all night. In fact, my knee was starting to bug me because I did not hardly move, and I read, but Dennis made me a gorgeous fire. And I woke up feeling, I don't know, sad. Not sad, but, you know. And I realized I stayed up too late reading, but I was tired, but I stayed up and read anyway. And so like at 10 o'clock, I let my fire go out because I thought, oh, I'm going to go to bed early. And then I was up till 1 o'clock, 1:15, and I missed a chance to have a fire all night. And I felt bad about that. I feel bad about the weirdest things. I do realize when I say them out loud that they just are ridiculous. Day 9. And this is a sweet little thing. Sweet little star. There you go. How cute. Oh, and I have my keychain / stitch marker holder right here next to me. Oh, and I am going, oh, that'll be fun. I am going to need quite a few stitch markers for the cowl because it has a repeating 24 stitch repeat pattern, and you're supposed to put stitch markers in between. And oh my gosh, this is going to be empty while I make my cowl. Ooh, and I have the bubble tea that I got from Venta. I can put that on here too. When I got my yarn from Venta, she sent me a little bubble tea. Isn't that cute? That was quite some time ago. Talking about that yarn makes me want to knit something from it too. That's a DK. Sweaters quantity. That was before my no-buy year. No, I don't know when it was. Day 9. Hey, finally, the ribbon worked. And titanium white. You gotta have white. You gotta have white when you're not, oh, and a desiccant. When you're not doing watercolor. Watercolor, you don't really use white very much. Almost not at all, because the paper's the white. And that's the point of watercolor. Let it snow. Paint your own snow angel with your new titanium white acrylic paint tube. We're eager to see your take on today's snowy challenge. I have not gone out and looked at their thread, but I am going to have some beautiful paints to try. So I have metallic blue, red, hey, Pearl, red, green, and kind of a reddy pink that they call for poinsettias, but poinsettias are red. So anyway, I have a few colors. If I had a yellow, I'd have the primary color. She finally went outside. Before I forget, here are the girls' charms from today, day 9, that I sent them in their advent. And here is what I sent Megan for day 9. Thank you so much, Megan. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying putting things in my blanket and stuff, but these are not going in my blanket. These are going in something that I use all the time. Well, I would use the blanket, but it's going to be so big. You're not going to, you know. I'll do a cowl. When I got up, I had to dig through a pile to find my sweater I wanted to wear, and I said to myself, today's the day I should work on my clothes. And since my knees hurt so much last night after so much reading, I thought I need to move around more. So I think I will be working upstairs. I probably will not be taking you along with me. Well, if I work on Christy's bed, I might do that because, you know, that's related. But But just getting my summer clothes out of my bedroom and, you know, straightening up, I think you can skip that part. I think you can skip that part. But I am going to start my day. I'm very late today, very late, and but that's okay. I'm trying to not let my waking up sad, you know, sort of, not sad. I don't even know how to say, you know, I don't know, disappointed, whatever. And I have been enjoying getting up earlier, so, but I got up early yesterday and stayed up way too late, so chances are I'll be tired again today, and maybe I'll go to bed a little earlier and get up a little earlier tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. Meanwhile, we'll see what happens.
We're out for our walk today. We met a couple people, sat quietly and did their thing like good girls. And now we get all the sniffs we want because that's what we're here for. Sniffs. Hey kids, look. It's time for me to start my toe. I can't believe it. I'm going to have a sock. I'm going to have 2 socks. I'm going to have a new pair of socks pretty shortly. I mean, how long could it take me to do toes? Really? I'm not even going to finish my book till I finish my toes. Okay, well this evening, Dennis has just gone into the kitchen to make mulled wine. We've never had it. Actually, he's making glögg, is what it's called. And look what I'm wearing! OMG! The first pair of socks I've made in like 2 years. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And they're all finished. I even wove in the ends. So tonight I will not continue wearing these because who knows, I might do a podcast soon. It could happen. But I'm going to get a fire and mulled wine made from Dennis's red wine and the ruby port that he made. And so we're having glögg in a fire and it should be lovely. So, but I'm going to go edit this and get it up. So I'll talk more about how the glögg went tomorrow. Please, please. Take good care of yourself. Oops, hold on. Please, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please. Stay safe and stay sane.